Well, our guest needs no further introduction. She is one of the best volleyball players of her generation, an icon, a trailblazer. Let's welcome to the studio, Jaja Sachi Minoa. Nakapanibago. Nakapanibago yung pangalan. But Jaja, we missed you. It's been a long time since you've been here in the Philippines. Kamusta ang pag-adjust ulit dito sa buhay sa Pilipinas?
Actually, it feels like, really home, di ba? Yun, for now, 5 months ako mag-stay dito before going sa Love. And I'm so happy na kasama ko yung family ko and mahaba-haba talaga yung magiging bonding namin this time.
Noja, let's talk about your Japan stint, right? You were there for 8 years since 2018. How was that experience for you?
Actually, dun na na-build talaga yung character ko, yung skills ko. It molds me to be a better athlete, actually. And marami akong natutunan, not only in volleyball, but also yung pamumuhay, yung culture nila. And malaking tulong sa akin yon as an athlete. Kasi when I was here in the Philippines before, parang, alam mo yun, maglalaro tayo without stretching, without discipline of, the time, ganon. Ngayon, parang very, ako sa body condition ko talaga. Parang, actually, lahat na ata ng recovery, like boots, everything na pwede pang recover, binili ko na. Kasi sobrang alaga talaga nila sa katawan. And yun, sa paglalaro, I've been playing, like what you said, I've been playing there for 8 years. And marami ako naging teammates, not only the Japanese, but also the foreign players from other country. Sobrang grateful ako na makasama sila and matuto ako from them also. So it was really good experience, that 8 years, really. Like,
Ja, how did you adapt? I know that the culture is very different, the discipline is also different, and when it comes to the speed, I guess, of the sport in Japan, ibang-iba eh. I'm not saying that Philippine volleyball is slow, but when you go to Japan, hindi mo siya mako-compare eh.
Totoo.
Mahirap siya i-compare. So how did you adjust to that lifestyle? Kasi nabanggit mo nga yung pamumuhay, iba din.
yung culture, yeah. Actually, sobrang hirap. Kasi yung yung first time ko sa Japan, I'm with my mom. Kasi nga, hindi ako marunong magluto. And then, in-expect ko na talaga na the whole day, every day, magte-training ako for like twice. So, ganun ngayon nangyari. So, twice a day nagte-training ako. So, kailangan ko ng someone na mag-aalaga sa akin. And also, I'm family-oriented. So, hindi ko kaya talaga mag-isa. Sa Japan, lahat ng players they have option kasi graduate ka ng college or high school. So, isipin mo yung mga bata, from high school, malayo na sila sa family nila. Which is sa akin, hindi ako sanay. Tapos, yung culture nila, na very disciplined, they have a lot of rules, na, kunyari, tatawid ka lang ng daan. Para sa atin, di ba, red. We're just gonna be like, wait. Doon, hindi.
Yeah.
So, yung discipline nila. Tapos, like, sa training nila, fast transition talaga. Sip ka lang ng tubig, balik ka na kagad sa court. So, hindi sila parang, paano ba? Parang, yung transition nila is palo, depensa, lahat sama-sama talagang mabilis. So, parang ikaw, iinom pa lang ako, ay, mag-start na. So, yung mga ganong parang medyo na-culture tsaka din sa kanila. And also, they're very quiet also. Sa loob ng court, maingay sila sa loob ng court, pero dito kasi sa atin, di ba, pag nasa labas ng court, we talk a lot, we joke a lot. Parang doon wala silang time. So, focus ka sa paglalaro. And then, one thing na pinaka nahirapan ako, yung naging mag-isa ko. Kasi sobrang tahimik talaga. Pag nasa bahay ka, parang wala kang kapitbahay. And yun yung na-feel ko na parang gusto ko nang umuwi. No, homesick ako. And also the type of training that you're doing every day, like hard practice. Tapos parang yung unang dating ko doon, nasabi ko, kakayanin ko kaya. And parang alam mo yun, dito sa atin, nagagawa mo. Pero pagdating mo doon, kasi iba yung level ng volleyball nila. So parang, kaya ko kaya, parang nabobobo ko, sorry dun sa term, pero parang nabobobo ko dun sa galaw ko. Parang, alam mo, di ba magaling siya magpa-check ball, ganyan. Parang, may inis ka na, madidisappoint ka na lang sa sarili mo. And also, di ba, parang yun na, mentally, you're not okay kasi dun sa mga nangyayari. And then, uwi ka ng bahay nang wala kang family doon. So, dun talaga ako nahirapan. Dun ako nag-adjust na paano ako mag-move forward with that struggle. Well, parang nung eventually naman, nasanay na, nag-pandemic. Yung pandemic talaga yung pinakamahirap. Tapos, eventually, naging okay na rin. Parang sabi ko, kung hindi ako magsasacrifice din, na magstay doon, matuto, well, hindi ako mag-grow as an athlete din.
Well, Ja, you keep mentioning, sacrifice. I mean, following your dreams really comes with cost, right? A sacrifice, being away from your family. But how did you fix that in terms of being homesick? Did you, call family members that were here? How did that work for you?
Actually, every day, I call them, video call. And that time, I was in a relationship, and then the whole time, as in, it's like 24/7, my video call is there. Even sleeping, hindi ko talaga siya pinapatay. And then, I always talk to my family member na, yun nga, medyo nahihirapan ako dito, mag-isa, ganyan. Kasi 1 week lang sila pwede magstay. So, every time na, pag may pwede, pupunta. Meron din ako i-share na So, nung first year ko, hindi ako nakakatulog. Kasi wala akong kasama sa bahay. So, may time na sobrang laki na ng eye bags ko. Tapos sabi nung conditioning coach namin, okay ka lang ba? Alam mo, every time na tinatanong nila ako ng okay ka lang ba, naluluha na ako. Kasi parang hindi po ako okay. So, tinanong nila, anong problem ko? Sabi ko, hindi ako nakakatulog. Sabi ko, so, yung manager namin, siya yung pumupunta sa bahay, sa apartment ko, para may kasama ako matulog.
Wow.
Sobrang parang naging sila, parang wait, di na siya nakakatulog, ano pwede namin gawin? So pinatulog nila yung manager namin sa apartment. We're trying to learn English, Japanese, that. So yun yung naging adjustment. Pero eventually, sabi ko nga, nasanay na lang din ako na, kailangan ko matuto. Kasi, well, paano ko masusurvive yung mga times na mag-isa ako kung hindi ko sasanayin yung sarili.
I guess that's part of the growing pains when you move to another country. But at the end of it all, I think worth it naman yung naging
Kasi pag gusto mo rin kasi yung ginagawa mo, actually, sa una, talagang malungkot, mahirap. Pero kung talagang may pangarap ka, di ba? Yung sacrifice mo, kailangan mo talagang pagbunuan. I mean, kailangan mo talagang trabahuhin na okay lang, malungkot ako ngayon, pero kapalit nito, iba. Diba?
And we're just so happy sa lahat ng accomplishments mo. Ja, what was it like training with the best volleyball players in the world? You were able to train with the likes of Sarina Koga, Mai Ishikawa, and sila Yukiko Wada. And kami as huge volleyball fans, that is no joke. We just get to see them in the VNL, in the World Championships. Pero ikaw, talagang kasama mo sila sa training.
Oy, nakaka-challenge. Sobra. Pero alam mo, nung parang mas bata kasi sila eh. Pero even though na mas bata sila, nakaka-starstruck sa una. Lalo na yung they invited me in NTC sa Japan. Nung nakasama ko si Koga, si Mayu, kahit nakakalaban ko sila, iba yung feeling nakasama ko sila sa loob ng court eh. Parang, wait, ito yung one of the best ng Japan volleyball. So, paano ko sila kakausapin? Yan. So, sobrang grateful talaga na makasama ko sila. Kasi, yung iba parang, di ba, they're really working hard to be on that level ng volleyball na nila. But we only given a chance, like it's like once in a lifetime opportunity, makasama mo sila, na matuto ka din sa kanila at the same time. So, sobrang blessed talaga ako nung nagkaroon ako ng opportunity to be with those players sa national team.
You know, Ja, looking back on your Japan stint, what are you most proud of yourself through all the 8 years?
I think when I played with Osaka Marvelous, my first year with them, we didn't win the championship. But then I think yung sacrifice, the hard work, yung iyak, I think naging worth it. Naging worth it naman siya. Kasi I think that's the year that I got a lot of awards then. And then my second year, we got champion. Yun yung first championship ko for 7 years until dun sa Osaka for 7 years. That my first championship.
Wow.
So in SV League. So really, I'm really proud of myself and with my
Well,
teammates.
we're also so proud of you, but you know, don't leave just yet, Ja, because we've got more with Jaja Manoa. So stay tuned. You're watching Starting Lineup.